So I'm just going to have like a little vent session. You guys can put your venting down below too. Let's just have like a little community circle powwow. Let's get it off our chest kind of thing, right? Okay. So we've lived in our house 11, 12 years, right? Same neighbors next door. We're a corner lot, and we only have the neighbors on one side and behind us. The people behind us, they're somewhat new, a few years, whatever, keeps to themselves, whatever. And then our other neighbors, they're retired, and they've been here the whole time. They've been here since like the 80s or whatever. Since day one, so it's a married couple, that their kids are all grown and moved out. She has been so particular when it comes to the lawn and the shrubbery and the flowers and all that, right? She's like hard up about it. And this is our first house. When we bought the house, it had a lot of like professional landscaping, and it has a pond in the backyard. And honestly, that's what sold it for me. Like the pond, I'm like, a pond, that's so cool. Since this was our first house, obviously I wasn't aware of how much work having all of that professional landscaping would be, or how expensive it would be to have somebody professionally do it. The first few years, to keep up with it was a lot, but we less and less took care of them to keep them blooming every year, whatever. We just decided to let some of them go, do whatever they were going to do. Every fall we clean up the leaves and whatever. Up until the last year, it's gotten a lot worse to where I had my knee replaced. I haven't really been able to keep up with the landscaping as much as I used to. My husband has been, working, and, we have the 3 kids, and it's been a lot, right? Well, ever since my mom passed away a few years ago, we had to deal with her property, and then our property was starting to, get a little, like it needed a little TLC. And, when before we were able to get to it this year, we got a citation from the village. Now, mind you, our grass wasn't that bad. Like, it was tall, but it wasn't like crazy tall, right? Like, we like to keep it shorter. And we have a house that's like kitty corner, across the street, that they have dandelions. Like they don't have grass. It's just dandelions. And a few years ago, like, they let it get so bad where, like, all the seeds were, like, blowing and got into our yard, right? So our yard started getting some dandelions, and it's kind of, like, migrated over a little bit. They aren't that bad. I mean, they, like, in the beginning of the summer, they have their spots, right? But it's not that bad. So I digress. So this year, we got a citation from the village saying that we need to cut our grass within like 48 hours or we'll get a fine, that our grass was too tall or whatever. And again, it wasn't like crazy, right? It wasn't that crazy. The thing was, it had those tall grasses. I forgot exactly the breed of grass, but they're the ones that it looks like they have wheat on the end. That's what was like taller than, preferred. And it wasn't like they were all over. They were, here and there. So that's what prompted our neighbors to call the village on us. Now, I know it was them because they call on everybody in our like little block area, and she's told me this. Like, she'll literally like gossip and bad talk everybody about their properties not being perfect. It brings down the values, which, yeah, okay, to a point. Okay, but us not cutting our grass for like 3 weeks when it wasn't even raining a lot is not going to cause the property values to tank, right? But she'll call on other neighbors for all these petty fucking shit. And I know it was her. She denies it, like, to the point of using vulgarities. And, okay, so we get the citation. We cut the front. We didn't have time to get to the back. We have a somewhat large-ish yard. I mean, we're a corner lot, so we have extra yard to do. We have a hand push mower, it's an automatic one, but it's not like you don't sit in it. It's not a drive type. And again, I'm not really able to do it yet because of my knee, and my husband works, 40 hours a week plus, whatever. And then it's just a lot right now with the 3 kids, and it's just been a lot lately. And then, like, I don't know, a day or 2 later, we get another citation from the village saying the backyard needed to be cut. Now, we have bushes that go all along the back of our property. The back has, like, pine trees, but the sides of the yard all have bushes and shrubbery to where people walking down the sidewalk wouldn't really be able to see our grass very well, right? Now, the only people that I know can see it are the neighbors that are right next to us. The people from the, like, behind us that, like I said, they keep to themselves. So I know it was her, and I confronted her on it. And like I said, she denies it, up and down denies it. And she called me names and, used profanity in ways that I didn't think an elderly retired person would, especially she's a very snooty person, like an uptight, everything has to be just right, or, me, right? So, whatever. Okay, so we cut the back, whatever. Get that all done. Plus the person at the village, when the second citation, my husband had called and spoke to them. They said that they had to come out to take pictures, and she literally had said that it was the neighbor next to us. Again, we only have 2 neighbors. One keeps to themselves. Like, it only had to have been her. Anyway, so tonight, our son so we told our kids not to talk to them at least for a few months, right? To let this, like, cool down, whatever. And we've had spats in the past, not like this, though. Like, she always, like, every year she would be like, oh, you need to trim your bushes, or can you get to the bushes? They're, like, coming into our side of the fence, or, just, like, petty shit that, like, won't hurt them at all. Like, there's bigger things to worry about right now, like, than this bullshit. Like, I get it. Like, it might not look good, but that ain't gonna kill you at all. And you're not trying to sell your property right now. So I don't know what your big beef is, except you're an uptight bitch. And she is. She's an uptight bitch. Plain and simple. So tonight, my son was outside, so we've told them not to talk to them. My youngest is the one who's having the hardest time with not listening to this. He keeps, like, talking to them when they're out in the yard, whatever. They have a little dog that they walk, and they always have the dog shit in our yard. Never their yard, and in piss. Only in our yard. Like, they don't ever have it go in their yard. So, bullshit on that one. And they've been doing that since they got the dog, like, 3 years ago. It's always been just our yard. And when it's snowing out, they will, like, plow the neighbor next to them's sidewalk, not ours. And then, like, they'll go across the street and snow plow the person's house. They'll, like, snow blow their driveway, like, the whole driveway. Like, I'm not wanting them to do, like, our driveway or anything, but just, like, that just goes to show you how much of assholes they are. They're not friendly. We've never done anything to them. At all. And when COVID first started, she actually got COVID. I made this humongous, like, get well basket for her with, like, a ton of shit. I spent probably like $100 on her on that basket. because I know that she was elderly and whatever. Anyway, I digress again. So my youngest son was outside tonight playing on his scooter. I guess they were out walking their dog. I didn't know where Malachi was, and I didn't want, to get too late outside, so I go outside looking for him. I saw him standing in their driveway with his scooter, talking to them, and I'm like, and I call him, and Malachi, where are you? And then I heard them say, oh boy. And so Malachi came, scooted his scooter over here. He left it on the sidewalk, which has been a problem for him. Like, he's been leaving his scooter places he shouldn't. Like, he had his other scooter stolen like a week ago because he left it on the the city's side of the grass by the street. And tonight he left his scooter in the driveway. When my husband got home, he kind of ran it over a little bit because he's been told over and over and over to not leave stuff in the driveway. Anyway, so I tell Malachi, I'm like, hey, don't leave your scooter in the sidewalk. Daddy literally just yelled at you for that, for leaving it on the driveway. And I heard the neighbor go, me, 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 me. Like, literally mimicking me parent my child. Like, who the fuck does that at a retired person's age? Like, what? Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, what the fuck are you even doing? Like, that pissed me off to, like, no point. Like, just, like, so I literally just turned, stared at them through the tree. Like, I couldn't actually see faces or whatever. I just turned and faced that way, and then I turned around, I shook my head, and I slammed the front door as hard as I fucking could. Like, they had to have heard it. Like, that is just so petty. I want to get the fuck out of this house and move to Orlando so freaking bad. We just have to pay off some things and save up a little goose egg to be able to move. But my God, I can't wait. Like, I can't. These neighbors they're just negative energy, and I'm an empathic person. So, like, I am constantly feeling uncomfortable in my own fucking house because I am constantly being judged by them, and I fucking hate being judged. I hate it and fucking hate it. And they're constantly judging my parenting skills, how we keep our house up, and just, who the fuck are you to judge us? Like, grow the fuck up. You're what, like 70? Come on. Has anybody ever had any issue like this? Or what is your beef right now? Like, what do you have a beef with right now? Put it down below and let's talk about it.